Hello, my handstand friend. Welcome back to day 4 of your 21 days of good handstand habits. My name is Kyle. We are going to dive right into snap tucks. This drill is a little bit more towards the strength element of handstand. Remember, I said in a previous video, there's 4 elements. There's movement, shape, strength, and balance. Every handstand is kind of a combination of these 4. This one really focuses on strength in pushing, and another kind of physiological element of this is we want to fire and wire certain movement patterns together. So I'm a big believer in neurophysiology and how it applies to training. Neurons that fire together wire together. Said another way, habits that are repeated in unison or habits that are coupled often go together more smoothly. So I want to install the habit in you of when my hands go down, my hips go up, right? Because that's essentially the start of a handstand. So let's get super dialed in on that. This is going to look familiar to the hand placement video. So let's do a couple of those. We have hands down. Okay. We know this. Been here plenty of times. Now, the version of this that you will start with is toes tucked. You see right here? I want to get the neural circuitry in my brain and in my body saying that whenever my hands go down, my hips go up. Okay, so it's called a snap tuck because I'm in a kind of a tucked position here, and then I snap up. The other version is you can go toes curled. Some people don't like this. I prefer a pointed foot at all times when I'm doing handstand training. Well, most times that is. And so I would go up and then I'd be on the tops of my feet. And it's very simple. Okay, it's just this movement. Now, when I say this is a strength move, I want you to exert everything you can through here, right? Because once the hips go up, I need this kind of push in order to continue the elevation of the hips going forward into handstand. So we're just going to play with that on the ground right here. I'm going to put my hands down, snap, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, come on down. Again, toes tucked or untucked, it is completely up to you. We're going to do one more set. This also, by the way, would make an excellent warm-up for anything else. So some of these drills that I've been introducing you to on the ground would be a good warm-up. I treat my warm-up like it's the foundation for that day's practice. So I want to build good habits. Some people just stretch out their wrists and then they start throwing their legs against the wall. I don't think that's a very intentional way to handstand. I would rather be super focused on everything I'm doing for that training session and making sure I'm getting the most mileage out of every minute that I'm training. So here we go. Hands down, hips up 1. Hands down, hips up 2. You can pull the head through if you want to look at your knees. That's 4 and 5. All right, you know what? I got one more in me. We got several more in me, in fact, but we're going to do one more for this video for a little bonus set. This is also a good warm up for the hamstrings. Okay, so we're straightening the legs, pressing the knees back. If you can't fully straighten your legs during this, the most important thing, let's say we dial it back just a little bit. The most important thing is that we get this motion. Okay, you notice when my shoulder goes up, my hips go up. This is the foundation of a handstand. So let's do one more set of your choosing. You can go kind of small, medium, or large here. I'll do the full repetition, full cycle. Hands down, hips up. 1, 2, really building that strength. 3, 4, 5. All right, my friend. And that is it for today's drill. Want you to add these into your regimen. We're 4 videos in. I hope you're starting to see kind of my training philosophy and how I structure every single thing I do has a purpose, right? I used to just do the kick and pray. I was doing yoga for a number of years. I was a full-time yoga teacher, in fact, for a long time. But for the first kind of 2 years of that, I saw someone do a handstand and I was like, I can figure that out. How hard can it be? And for 2 years, 2 years. Some of you might be have been practicing, handstand for longer than that. And it's because figuring this out on your own without a roadmap is kind of hard. When I first transitioned over to gymnastics and then into training with some circus people, it was just super regimented and it was really easy. In fact, it was like, well, if I just follow these drills that my circus coach gives me, I will get my handstand. In fact, I'll get a lot more skills than just a regular handstand. So stick with me, stay diligent, stay intentional, and as always, check your email every single day for a little handstand surprise from me. We will see you tomorrow.